It's time to meet three intrepid explorers and one great technical brain, to Mukesh and to Sanjay and to Rakesh. Hello, welcome to BBC Radio Nottingham.
Hi, Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Now, you are going to get on one of these things which you would normally just hop onto and, you know, go on a little journey around the corner in places like India and Thailand. It's basically a motorised trike with a lawnmower motor, isn't it? It's about that powerful. A tuk-tuk. And you're going to go right away across the world, all the way from here to India. Sanjay, I'll sort of put you as the nominal head of this group of explorers. Maybe you can give us an idea as to why you're doing something that sounds so difficult.
Well, we're building on last year's fundraising event. We did Land's End to John O'Groats for charity.
Yeah.
And this year, like all good things, you know, ideas come out of the pub, and we decided, well...
all the best ideas happen
they do,
in the
yeah,
pub, don't they?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
We decided we'll do something similar again, but this time we'll go one step further, try and raise more money. And the only way to raise more money for good causes is do something great.
This is what you've decided to do?
Yeah, correct.
So just tell us how, I mean, what path are you going to be taking from England to go to India?
Right, well, we're going to start from Nottingham. All being well, if we can get permission, we'd like to start outside the council house, so if there's any councillors listening there...
Oh, they'll put a fixed penalty notice on it. Believe me.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll start there, and then we'll go down to Dover, get on a ferry, get to Calais, and then literally we'll be going through France, Belgium, Germany, through Romania, Hungary, into Turkey, and then we come into Syria, Jordan, and then into Saudi Arabia, go into the Arab Emirates, get a ferry from there to Mumbai. That's our first port of call, really, in terms of our charities, because one of our charities is based in Mumbai.
Yeah.
So we'll fulfil some engagements there, and then we'll drive up to Delhi, sort of 4 or 5 days to get to Delhi.
How many people can you fit on the tuk-tuk?
Well, 3.
At a push. Driver and 2 passengers.
That's right.
Is it not going to get a bit cold at night? Because it's open to the sort of to the elements, isn't it?
It is, yeah. In this weather, it is, yeah. But you got to remember, we're going in July
next year. Yeah.
Very hot. You know, we're looking at temperatures -5 now, but we're looking at temperatures sort of 35, 40 plus when we go. And
Mukesh, tell us where you fit into this.
That was, well, thank you very much. That came when Sanjay asked me to come along. Unfortunately, I couldn't do when they went to John O'Groats. I was quite keen. Sanjay didn't ask me then, I would say. But this time when he said, I definitely said yes. Yes, it was quite interesting to do a few risk assessments, and Sanjay might have thought about me. That's something I do. I lecture.
You're an expert when it comes to assessing risks, are you?
Sort of. I lecture at Nottingham Trent University, and you know, this is something, you know, which I teach students as well, how to do your health and safety risk assessments, and quite close to me. And yeah, we are looking forward to it now. Did
you assess the risks of coming on this programme?
Yes, we had to, you know, it was bitterly cold, and we had to think about, you know, if it is all slippery all around the roads.
That's why we didn't bring the tuk-tuk today.
And now with you is, I was about to say the brains behind the operation, that would be to, you know, be a little bit insulting towards the two of you, Sanjay and Mukesh, but Rakesh is here from Nottingham, an engineer, a mechanical engineer actually in your 3rd year, and you're making sure ahead of time, if you like, that all this is going to go okay, aren't you?
Absolutely, and I must say that it's not just me, it's 3 other friends of mine, and it's our group project for this year, and so we're spending pretty much an entire academic year sort of working on the tuk-tuk and making sure it has things from the right doors to Sanjay and Mukesh can sleep somewhere nice if they want to sleep in the tuk-tuk.
Blimey, I can't imagine sleeping in a tuk-tuk. You've got to be a contortionist.
Yeah, that's the point. They've taken up the challenge, and I must say they are mad to do it, but hey, they've brought the challenge to us, and we're doing the best we can by having memory foams in the tuk-tuk to, you know, having cooling panels on the top of the tuk-tuk to cool it down and things like that. So it is a lot of work, but then again, it's one of those things which is really fun to do, and it gives you the marks.
Yeah,
so.
Well, great. So it helps you in your course as well.
Absolutely.
It was going to end up looking like something out of Doctor Who, isn't it?
No, what I said to Rakesh, I said, you know, you can do what you like to the tuk-tuk as long as it looks and retains its overall features and its looks. Because at the end of the day, you know, the tuk-tuk we're taking is made by Bajaj. It's iconic.
Yeah.
And people, when they see it, they think, that's an Indian tuk-tuk. So we didn't want to lose any of its, natural features and its heritage as well.
They're great fun to go on. In Thailand, I always used to try and get the tuk-tuk wherever I could go because it was brilliant. You put your sunglasses on, and the wind in your hair, and the great thing is because you're exposed to the air, aren't you? So all the smells as you from the sort of street food cooking and things like that.
Yes.
So you feel like you're getting a really a really authentic experience, if you like. You're so exposed to the elements. All right, well, we'll talk more about it in just a bit at BBC Radio Nottingham. Still to come, we've got our intrepid travellers who are going to India on a tuk-tuk to Sanjay and to Mukesh and to Rakesh. What you think Mrs. Claus might look like, Father Christmas's wife? Have you got an image in your mind?
We've been actually talking about this, funnily enough, in the pub once again.
Were you?
Yeah, about where Mrs. Claus lives and what she'd look like.
Yeah.
And I think she should be quite a pretty woman. Because she's been keeping Mr. Claus for so many years.
Yeah.
And she must also be an Eskimo, because they live in the North Pole. So
yeah.
So she must be quite a short, plump, but pretty woman.
Like Björk.
Yeah, like Björk.
Yeah, rubbing noses. Yeah, that's why the noses are so red, 'cause they rub them together all the time.
There we go.
All right, it's going to be the opposite of that when you travel to India on your tuk-tuk. I'm just wondering about some of the real risks. I mean, we had a bit of a joke about this earlier on, but there must be some real dangers in doing this. Sanjay, what are you most worried about when it comes to such a long journey on such a small little vehicle?
Heat.
Yeah.
Heat exhaustion, dehydration. Obviously, you need to make sure you carry plenty of fluids and drinking regular, because the last thing you want to do is get ill out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, people say, oh, it's just going to be a great holiday, but it's not really a holiday. There's a serious side to it. We are exposed. We're sort of going in rural places, and you're there on your own, and you need to be able to sort of deal with anything that happens, whether that's illness or breakdown. You're on your own.
Because notoriously, when you move to sort of countries and you get towards the east of Europe and then into Asia, usually that's a bit of a shock for your system in terms of food and water and all that sort of thing. And so invariably you get the old problems, with health for a few days until you acclimatise. And bouncing up and down on a tuk-tuk all the way. It might not be the easiest of things.
That's right. Well, I mean, we go